feel like the world of app development is sprinting ahead, leaving non-coders, founders, and even small teams in the dust? And is it just me? Or does the promise of AI-driven apps sound a whole lot cooler than it feels when you actually try to get past the prototype stage? I'm Dennis Lewis. I've spent 40 years watching tech shift, one fad after another, from the birth of the web to blockchain. And let me tell you, the most exciting changes I'm seeing right now aren't coming from the places you'd expect. Everybody's talking about AI building apps for us, but the real future, I believe, is Bubble. Let's face it, most shiny new AI builder tools are great if your vision stops at a prototype. But if you actually want to scale, to maintain, to be able to pivot, and here's the kicker, integrate with the real business world, that's where all of these AI tools hit a wall. I hate to break it to you, but launching an app you can't grow or control is like planting a tree in concrete. It ain't gonna bear any fruit. It's just not gonna work. At ratio.dev, we've watched, tested, built, fixed, and scaled more Bubble apps than just about anyone. Founders losing sleep over tech stacks, teams stuck in molasses, software graveyards littered with failed do-it-yourself projects. We've helped startups use Bubble to go from napkin sketch to business on budgets and in timelines that wouldn't have been possible with traditional development. It would have left traditional development teams blinking in disbelief. And yes, those apps were in the real world. Look, the magic about Bubble is not that it codes for you. The magic is that it unlocks the power to build software for people who understand a market need, that understand a problem that needs fixing, and want to move fast. You bring the deep industry know-how, all of that experience that you've accumulated in your industry, and Bubble gives you the tool set so that you can build something that actually works. Suddenly you're not at the mercy of an engineering team that talks in strange jargon or disappears for weeks. You're building real, scalable online business tools that actually solve problems. But Dennis, isn't Bubble just for tiny side hustles? That's just a myth. We've built apps handling thousands, sometimes millions of users. Bubble's ecosystem has matured. Today, you can launch a web app, an iOS app, an Android app over a shared backend, all in one shot. SaaS, marketplaces, AI tools, even Web3 integrations. Bubble can do it. Now, there's a learning curve, there's work. We always say no code is not no work. But what comes out the other end is something you can understand. It's something you can read like a book. And that is an enormous advantage for all of the people out there that aren't coders. And I started coding 40 years ago in IBM. I was part of the original AIX operating system development team when it was absolutely top secret and nobody even knew it was coming out. So I've been around the block. And that's why I can say what I'm able to do with a small team of really good Bubble developers here at ratio.dev is uncanny compared to any of these silly AI tools. I mean, some of them have promise and some of them may change in the future. But right now, you can't build something sustainable. You can't build a business with it. You can do a sort of a mini prototype. And Bubble's not here to replace AI. It powers up with AI. That means that it will give you a leg up when you start. You can tell it exactly, hey, I want you to create a framework for an app that does X, Y, Z and has this data type. And it'll set that all up for you to get started. But it goes beyond that. It allows you to integrate with Stripe or with Slack or with Zoom or with whatever external tools you need to connect. It is sustainable. You can open the workflows and read them and say, okay, I need to make a change here. You can create new functionality compared to traditional development that might take days or weeks, and you can test it. And if you screw up, you can roll back and start over or go back to an earlier point. You have a lot of capability that just doesn't exist with any of these AI tools. And it's built on a solid tech stack. So you know that you don't have to worry about deploying it, about maintaining that tech stack. All of that goes away. You don't have to deal with it. All that harsh plumbing problems, they're not yours. They're Bubble's. They'll take care of it. So I really think that these are the kind of hidden advantages people may not understand are available to them. What about support? If you need to scale or if you just want another pair of eyes, Bubble has a certified global community of thousands of developers that are ready to help you. It's not just a tool, it's an ecosystem that's there. There's forums, there's agencies, there's freelancers, there's proven case studies. You're in a safe environment when you choose Bubble. And let's face it, with all of these AI tools out there, you don't know which one's going to still exist 3 weeks from now, much less 3 months or 3 years. Bubble is the world's leading no-code platform, and that gives you a lot of peace of mind when you're designing a project that you want to convert into a business that also has a future. Because what you don't want to do is invest in something experimental that maybe will get you a little bit faster to the launch date, maybe, but you don't have any kind of security moving forward. That's an important problem that you don't have with Bubble. So let me make a quick confession. We've reviewed hundreds of Bubble projects, and some have failed not because Bubble wasn't fast enough, but because folks skipped the fundamentals. They didn't focus on their database design. They didn't structure their workflows correctly. They didn't build a UI, UX that worked for the human beings that were going to be using that application. And that's exactly why we created our No-Code Resource Center. It's where we answer the tough questions, fix the big mistakes, and help you cross the finish line. And if you're tired of wasting hours on dead-end tools, building apps you can't maintain, relying on engineers who don't speak your language, stop this video, go grab free access to our No-Code Resource Center at ratio.dev. Just go to our website, it'll pop up, name, email, that's all it takes. And inside you'll find tools, you'll find plugins that actually work and don't bloat down your application. You'll find a whole bunch of how-to videos. You'll get our cool podcast episodes, and we update it every week. So I think it's really something that will be beneficial to you as you start your Bubble journey. I want to help you skip past the tech headaches and start building apps that actually win. Whether you're a founder, a dreamer, or somebody who just wants to get their work in users' hands, Bubble's your future-proof bet. Don't wait 3 weeks to stumble. Don't let your app turn into vaporware. Build, iterate, win. I'll see you on the inside. If you want more unfiltered practical advice about building scalable apps, go check out the playlist here. Reach out to us at ratio.dev. Use the contact form. Send me a message on LinkedIn. If you need help, we'll be glad to have a conversation. We'll be glad to hear what you're trying to build and maybe give you some insight on how to get there faster. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.